always do, we go up to the contest a day early, which will be Friday. It's a 2-day contest, and up along the Hudson, all these antique dealers. It is just a mecca, a maven. Mecca, maven. Who knows what it is? They're like antique dealers, mecca. Shows you what I know. This is the little town of Cold Spring, and we're going to start off our little 2-day weekend here in Cold Spring, antiquing. This is a funny sign. We're looking for a hobby shop. I need to get some tune pipe couplers. And we run a Templeton's Necessary Luxuries. A little example of how nice these little towns up along the Hudson are. If you've never been up this way, what I always try to do is just capture the flavor of the Coxakie area right along the Hudson. Now, when I first met Karen, she used to collect pigs, and she has since stopped collecting. Actually, she's got me. She doesn't need any other pigs. Look at this, a big cement pig. Cool. Cheap sign. It's like something Midgley would do. Look at this nice garden. Beautiful area of the country. Doll store? Yeah. Dolls and bears.
Dolls and bears. Oh, look at this face on this little doll here with the shoes. Oh my God, I have to come in here. How cute is it?
Some of the nice old architecture up here. Check the old car out, Karen. Amazing, we're only halfway through the first day here. We haven't... Oh, look at the train. Look at this. Holy mackerel, we're at a train station. Big train coming through. And we already got... get the van loaded up with antiques. We're not even at Coxakie yet. Look at the old diesel engine. Just went through town. It's going backwards now. I guess this is the last stop. Hey, what an adventure this was. Old antique train station. Notice something here. Notice the drain pipe. Check this out. Beautiful building. What is this drain pipe doing all the way out here? Let the water the garden? Welcome to Coxakie. One of the nice houses that we stole here. Here's our latest find, and this has made Karen's whole day complete. Now, the only problem is, of course, if you see how I have the van packed, take a look. There isn't a single square inch of room anywhere in there, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get this in there or not. Anyway, it's been a fun day. Tomorrow morning when we wake up, there's only one problem. We'll never be able to get the mirror in the van the airplane altogether back to where it was after an hour and a half of putting this together. Anyway, tomorrow we're off to Coxakie for the contest. Looking forward to it. The weather's been beautiful. That was the last thing. Believe me, this is not a joke. As we're loading up the truck, Karen decides she wants to get an antique phone for the kitchen too. And when I go to maneuver the phone around, I pushed it into a vase, $125 vase, and broke it. So I now am the proud owner of a broken vase. Now what I want to do, I only got to fly this one time with the pipe at 18. I want to put the pipe back at 16 and 7/8 where it was originally. I have more time, and this will just probably save me from fooling around at the field tomorrow when we could be flying. I originally had this in here with the inch and, I don't know, inch and eighth coupler. So at that dimension, we only got to fly it one time, so I know we have 2.5 gallons of fuel through it the other way. So rather than get too cute here or too experimental, I do have props I want to try tomorrow. I want to go back to the given, and that, by the way, was the original setting George recommended, was 16 and 7/8, I think. We have it marked on the plane anyway. It's a great little tool for tightening the zip ties. I'm sure Steve DeJulia, anybody that's an electrician, knows about this. It just makes doing this kind of maintenance real quick and easy. So here we are. Here's a plane built in 1994, flown at the 95 knots, 9016 trials, and now an excellent tool for testing motors. And still, I guess, not the worst looking plane in the world. Might even be a second row plane. Every year, on the way up to the field, we go past this guy's house, and this guy has the biggest, is right out on the main road, the biggest collection of Lincolns. Now, when I was a kid, a friend of mine had a 57 Lincoln. This looks like a 56. And we used to take the air cleaner off and just go beat the hell out of it. This might be a 57 down there, I don't know. I forget already. But he's got some nice collection of stuff. Nice. I don't know if there's this many other Lincolns in the whole rest of the world. Oh, there's two in the back, too. Unusual stuff up here. Oh, there's one in the back even further. Oh, and just to make sure that he has the biggest collection, there's a bunch more. They're all Lincolns, too. Look at this. It's like the Lincoln junkyard. Look at this. Amazing. And this is the road to Scott Smith, the village of Athens. It's our local color. We're off to the contest. It is a nice part of the country up here.
Nice to see you.
It's exactly the same. Duncan, I got a surprise for you today.
Uh-oh, what do you got?
Duncan, this is just for you. I want you to notice. You. You. Come on, look at the car. I brought you a plane to fly. God, you could open it up. This is for you, Duncan. I was thinking specifically of you. How I've always wanted to impress the hell out of you. Come on, you can pick it up. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Come on, come on, come on. You make the bed in the morning at your house?
Yes.
Crawl underneath. Look at the bottom of it.
Ah, tune pipe!
I knew you'd be impressed.
Oh, okay. Ah, I like that.
Are you going to be ready to fly this for me today? I can't... there's no big stunt today. It's all old time, right?
Right. I'm judging today, so...
All right. Well, when you're done judging, come and take a couple flights, man. Sure. Looks like a beautiful... Oh, what a day.
It's supposed to be like this tomorrow.
Yeah. He's got the Brodak Cardinal out there already. Woody. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, I think it's once in a while.
You get your money's worth out of this, Woody?
You better believe it. Oh, yes. Money's right there out of that, okay. Oh my, here it is.
Now we're in trouble.
Good.
Hey, how you been?
With you today. I'm going.
Woody, where's those carbon props? I want those carbon props.
There's one of them cut down to fit a 46. This was when I had.
How much pitches?
This was I think it's a 5.
Yeah, but how many of these you got?
Oh, I've got.
You got extra one?
3 more.
I want to try some of these props on a 50. I'll go out in the back circle where I'm not holding up any of the real flyers. Let's go all the way in the back.
Wendy.
Hey, how you been?
D. Latella.
Yeah,
I spoke to you on the phone.
Yep.
A couple
You were
times.
totally disgusted. Well, you can be honest.
Yeah. And
You want your money back? I know all that. I've heard that before.
I want my money back.
Oh man, hey, look how good Dave is looking. His neck is healed. We call him
there, buddy.
Franken Midgley.
Boy,
Hey, Dawn, Bert and Ernie didn't get a card in a long time, you know.
Oh gosh, poor Bert and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie.
But now, are you a daddy? Can I say congratulations, Papa?
No,
Oh,
I have no baby fish yet.
what happened?
She spawned, but I don't have any. Well, they could still be in the Anacris. I don't know. I don't know where the hell they are.
Slow swimmers.
Let's see these props you got, Woody.
These are some. Those are ones that came from your house.
Okay, there's one of the Bill Lee props in there. I want to
They
check
came
it out.
from you.
Let me borrow these for today while we're testing.
And that little one that was over there was one, but it was 11 and a half, and I cut it to 11 and.
For 46?
Yeah, I cut it.
Well, we'll see right away. We'll look at it right away. All right, let's go over there.
What I've got to know because we're going to be flying pretty soon.
Did she tell you this story? While we're buying this mirror, I got this mirror buried. I knocked a Ming vase off the counter. Landed on a woman's foot. She's suing me.
Price on the mirror, and then he went and he started moving this around and knocked the vase off. So the price went up on it.
The price doubled on this mirror.
Did you take the vase and try to put it together?
Nah, get
So
out
many
of here.
pieces. She said take it home. But there's not
Forget
enough
it.
hot stuff in the world to put that back together. Oh.
Well, the first thing on the agenda is to get a look at these carbon props that Woody's got. I don't know which ones they are. This is on a Tiger 46, and sounds like he's close on it anyway. Well, we'll get a look at it. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. This is a Brodak Cardinal with a Tiger 46. Apples here from Pennsylvania with his towel on. Plastic ship. Coxakie design. And we're going to try to bounce back and forth, getting some footage of all of this side, and also work with Woody a little bit. You had to go throw some. We'll find out if you know how to fly later today.
Turd hanging underneath it.
Yeah. I can't get the right header for it. The header is too short. Did you bring the stuff for making the pipes? Try to get that to me next week if you can.
I'll send it all to you.
The first thing you do is check that we filled the tank. It might have been that you didn't fill the tank. Before we go and make any crazy adjustments there. Because that ran plenty long the last weekend. All of a sudden this thing was using twice the amount of fuel, so. Alright, then we're going to try to get fired up here. After Dave, you're going to fly the biplane? Alright, then let me get a flight on this. And then let's make sure the tank is filled. Some really good news. Dave, of course, had neck surgery 4 weeks ago. He was slated for a 12-week rehab. And after 4 weeks, the bones have already fused, and he's able to fly. So, boy, that's inspirational. Good news. Now, we were thinking of taking this neck brace and writing on it Tampa official neck brace or something. Maybe we'll all sign it at the end of the contest. They also presented him at the pilots meeting with a special award. He flew into a fence post with his good brain last year, and they clipped the fence post. Everybody signed it and gave him the fence post at the pilots meeting, so I don't know if he really appreciated that or not. These are the cool little Rodak 38 specials. Well, I think about a half hour, 20 minutes, we're going to be getting the contest started. We're all trying to get a practice flight. The air is real nice so far, but it's going to get hot. Last year, Woody built 4 of these. He was supposed to build a new one too, but he just ran out of gas. I will remind him of that later. Just about the time the dinner bill comes. Hey, had dinner at the log cabin last night. Stayed up late. Practiced not breaking Ming vases. Went and changed the pipe length on the 50 so that I could go back to where I was most familiar. Karen, I think, is already out antique shopping. Anybody's never had one of these 38 specials. They fly great. These two have a Tiger 46s on. I think Jim Damerol's had a Tiger 46, I'm not sure. Another good one. Always a lot of fun to have. Jimmy, did you have a Tiger 46 on your 38 special?
I did. They need it.
It's really too big for a 35, is that the deal? Or a 40?
You have to run a 40 in them too hard to get it.
Yeah. This one looks real good.
Tiger 46, double stump 50.
Yeah.
46 FS if you like excitement.
Yes. Just ask Vic Macaluso.
Here comes the ground again.
No, it isn't Johnny Duncan, but I can't think of who it was had one. Okay, the event has started. Official flights are what's going on in the back circle here. Fine profile in the back. Classic up in the front here. Did I give that to you?
Yeah,
yes, I did.
Smoker.
You're still making maple syrup up there in maple syrup heaven or wherever you
bet. That's why he's here. I have to buy 18 holes at a local golf course for it.
There's no more of that leaving in the middle of the day to play golf stuff, huh?
No. Maybe 12-10.
12-10, huh?
Just past the middle.
That isn't good for your image.
We'll be back for the free food, though. You're not stupid.
Now that's the Buso I remember.
Right.
Never pass up free food.
And don't kid yourself.
Stop feeling with it around 49 pounds. Right?
Wow.
You still remember that? That's what
How old is
60, it gets full 60 pounds.
I'm going to break something.
But at least I didn't pull. I mean, you know, I just stood there. Swash it out for him.
Where's the plane, Joe? Come on!
Oh, I am. I'm gonna...
Come on, man! Hey, Okay, Joe's experimenting with this is a Randy Smith PA61. We're going to look at his setup, and it changes from day to day here, as we all do. Always checking something out. So we'll have a good weekend of back and forth helping each other with the pipe setup. Knows, I'm sure he knows everybody that does that. He may even be able to get him like at 40 off or something. How much time do you have on this motor? How many gallons of fuel, Joe?
3.5.
All right, yeah.
I think it's broken there.
It sounded good in Philly. It just sounded to me like the prop had a little more pitch than it needed.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to run this like the old tire 60.
Yeah.
But that I'll learn as I go. But
yeah.
I'm not quite into that high RPM mode yet.
Yeah.
9800 is my mark.
9800? PA60. How long you have the pipe set at?
I can't hear you. I'll be right with you.
This is some beautiful plane. Take a close look at this up close. Look at the ink work on this. Paintwork, ink work, supreme. Just supreme. What length did he tell you to start running the pipe at?
3/4.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, it's not.
Everything, they've all kind of settled in on the same thing, I guess. Joe Adamusco. He's got just under 4 gallons. We have a little over 2 in our plane. The launch RPM was 9,800 on this. I'm not sure what prop he's got. I'll have to go look at it, but so we will hopefully have an enjoyable weekend going back and forth. And see, this is the nice part. This is where, and just a good example is Ted Fancher and Dave Fitzgerald can exchange information, exchange props, trim, fly each other's plane. This is what Joe and I have benefited from doing over the course of the Spitfire program. All 5 of the Spitfires have been flown by both of us. And you can gain from one another's knowledge. It's really nice. It's fun. And anything, of course, Joe learns or tries, we get to try together. Have had a good, 3 years with Joe. Absolutely a joy to work with the guy. You can't say enough about him. And he is the king of elliptical wings. All the Spitfires, that's all his design went into that elliptical wing. If you like the look of that elliptical wing, write Joe a letter and tell him, buy me pizza. I just love that elliptical wing. Oh, love it.
place and he hands me the camera. Says, try to follow me. This ought to be real good. Well, do the best we can. If we can't follow the plane, we'll just get shots of your ass or something. I don't know. All this professional stuff. Look at this. Geradamuscope. No hair. Talking about the go-go bars down in Coxakie Center. Joe's gonna join Hair Club for Men. He's gonna talk to Dave Cook later on today. Next contest to see him will be unbelievable. Now he's trying to be Billy Wurlidge and Bob McDonald. Keep down, keep down. Just 5 minutes later, he still doesn't have the plane started. It's 85 degrees and he's getting the Zippo out. Look at this. Come on, start this thing. What do you know? Let's see if he does any weird stuff when he's flying. Put his hand like where you can hang a purse off it. Scratch his butt. What's that hand doing there? I was gonna try to make me follow this. This ought to be fun. If we can make it a little wider, we could get this. Then I could back up out into the street. Do something good. It's an interesting sound. Definitely get that crackling noise going on. Now we're just following the plane baloney. Put it in the square and let it do its thing. next flight I'm gonna make him wear the neck brace and see if he can fly. I lost her. There you are. That lackadaisical attitude. I'm gonna call this plane the Rice Krispie plane. That's enough of that stuff.
Getting a little breezy as the day wears on. We're going to go over and see the nostalgia people. We got nostalgia and profile running on the other circles and two practice circles besides this circle that we're just fooling around on. Looks like we're going to have a really nice day. Good to see Joe out here and of course bouncing the information back and forth. We both are able to help each other. That's one of the key things. That's why it's fun doing this. We have two separate packages we're working on, and all the information will be bounced back and forth and available to everybody. This the foot massage side club. Look at this. Look at this. We're the wives that love their husband's stud club, right? The witches of Eastwick. It looks like.
I'm tired.
Listen, in case we remake a Witches of Eastwick, you three can sign up. I'll be Jack Nicholson, you know. Sure you are. Look at this paint. Wow. Peter Brodex, eat your heart out here. You've been out painted here with the metallic. Nice carrier, and that fits right in the van, of course. Coats apples towel on.
I don't know what's going on. I think Al's next.
When he's not looking, why don't you put it in my van?
Yeah.
They'll never know. Just don't fly it around here.
Somebody already stole his shoes.
You only steal one when you steal a guy's shoes.
They told me Jimmy than me.
They used to be cold dogs, now they're hot dogs. Still dialing into his new solids here. I know it's usually the first couple of flights takes a little getting used to. What's happened? Oh, hey, it went over. Okay. You got the braids on there now? The braids?
Yeah, that's what
Okay. Just so I can
see how
take a
this
look at
is,
it.
and then
Okay.
do a front check.
All right, I'm trying to evaluate.
Two chokes, one flip, one top, one snub dead.
comfortable, or was more comfortable with the braided line, so I think his ultimate goal here is to go back to the braideds. But we want to try the prop that he has a little bit less pitch. He's got the identical prop. And I think the ultimate goal here is he wants to try to slow it down just a bit too. I just heard the thud behind me. That usually means somebody's nosed over in the grass. I have so little prop clearance, and I didn't bring my big grass gear with me that it's not going to get too cute here. Just doing like a Billy Woolridge launch, holding the plane up to the last second and dropping it on the ground. Of course, we're going to break for lunch soon. Tonight, of course, will be the little party every year annually hosted by Scott Smith and his wife. And we will try to get a look at his all-new shop facilities. Have a little cookout and picnic. Autograph Midgley's fence post that they awarded him at the pilots meeting. It's a hell of a way to be famous. Now I'm not sure why. I'm going to ask Joe, but he always does this overhead 8 backwards. I'm not really sure if there's a reason for it. He's been doing it downwind instead of upwind, and I don't know if there's a reason I don't know about. So it looks like he's having a good time flying Rob Aronstein's Nobla. But maybe it still has the double star 40, I'm not sure. But when I got to fly this plane, it was one sweet flying plane. Double star 40 was just about as nice and pleasant of a motor run as you could ever want. Air has gotten kind of bumpy as we have gotten into the afternoon. But still, you can see the trees in the background. still flyable. Grass is mowed beautifully. The food, I can smell the hot dogs on the barbecue already. Scott's there. There's barbecuing up a storm over there for everybody. Stevie baby. Still can't believe I broke that vase yesterday. Jeez. Clumsy. To get the low RPM, low pitch prop on here, no good. Not enough fight for today's air. It's getting, and it is getting hotter and bumpier, so we'll just wave this one off. You can tell with this pitch so low, what would happen is you'd totally lose the motor run. You'd be running in the dead two cycle just to fly level. You point the nose up, nothing's going to happen. The other prop was better, but just take this one and go halfway. If this is a 375, put it to 4.0. And I think you'll be right, you know.
Well, that would be a quarter pitch.
Yeah. Running that RPM, that motor's just going to be flying. It's useless. I never found that to be of any value.
Yeah,
Joy Adamusko's getting a little test flight here on Strega. First time he's ever flown the plane, so. And his handle setting is dramatically different than mine. Uh-oh, I just heard something. What was that, Woody? Somebody stuffed the plane? Joe tends to fly with a little more nose-heavy setting and a little more offset than I do. So it's a little difficult just dialing right in one flight, but we wanted to go back and forth. I just flew his plane. We didn't get anybody to videotape it. And his is a little more nose-heavy than mine. Has a heavier propeller, a little more GP, but basically not a whole lot different. We really are happy so far the way this has been. Very, very friendly. And before the week's out, a weekend, we'll try to get Johnny Duncan and Busso and some of the other in-house resident experts to give me some feedback. You can see though with the header, we haven't been able to get the other header on so we can tuck the pipe in, but still flying without it. I don't really know how bad that is. But it's just so good flying with Joe. He is always the gentleman of stunt. So far, so good. Doesn't look like Joe's having a lot of trouble figuring out where up and down is on the handle. So you can really hear that pipe rattle. If that isn't on the pipe, I don't know where it is, on the stove or on something here. But the rattle kind of figured out here. That's the only pipe chip you have. No, I got 3 others. Dave has all 3 of them up by his house, I think. Not sure where they are. Yeah, Dave has the purple one, the green one, and the yellow one.
Yeah, the green one is up there.
Got 3 of them.
There's no pipe in it.
But that doesn't matter. We got the pipes. We got the pipes from the 80s. Want to take a flight on this, Woody? All right. Before the day's out, maybe at the end of the day when the air gets a little smoother, I'd like you to fly it once. Then you get a feel for if this is something you'd like. And if you don't like it, tell me, and you know, obviously that's how we learn from each other. I gotta get some juice. Is he selling juice over by the hot dog machine? Oh, wait till you get done flying. Get a flight. Let me get the plane in from Adams. We've been out in the sun. I haven't been in the shade all day. This is 7 hours. Yeah. I don't want to be all bummed out tonight at the party. Yeah, well, I don't care about the content. I just want to get time on the engine. We got almost a gallon through this already today. I think Dave took a couple flights on my fuel, but basically we got a gallon through it. So we're almost at the end of our 3rd gallon of fuel. This motor seems to be getting friendlier and friendlier by the flight. Other than adjusting a pipe this morning in a motel room, we haven't even touched the needle. Basically had the same needle setting all day. Okay, start it, and let's get an initial needle setting here. Give Woody a hand with some of his motor run idiosyncrasies here. You have yours trimmed different? Can you feel a difference?
Oh, yeah, but
Yours is heavier on the line.
heavier on the line.
Just touch it.
And I know you I'm on my next hit later. You know, my scoop car, believe it or not, it's close to the capability.
It's a lot like the
Yes, man. 1.5 inch snowstorm and, you know,
It's hard to turn that road.
I don't think I'd ever duplicate that piece of it.
I know us who did this. You see that rotation? That rotation.
It's nice. This is all.
Yeah, we're just having
Just making something else.
But a couple of flights. Toward the end of the day, when the air gets nice, flying again in good air, where you can really lay it in. Because I think that's the direction you want to go in.
Well, this is a little more.
I'd like to fly that again without the spinner. Just take the spinner out or put a plastic strip. Because I got a feeling you're so nose heavy. That's part of it. I know. Really,
The motor runs nice. Both motors. They're nice to listen to.
Oh, they do. All right, Woody's getting through. And what did he have here now?
You ever weigh this yet?
Yeah.
What does it weigh?
14 ounces less than the last one.
14 less than the last one. Wow.
68 ounces.
That should fly like the wind. You got 13.6 on there? 13.6? Wow.
12.6.
12.6, okay.
Woody's trading away his firstborn child. That'll be me. Secret technology going on. Woody's telling him to use Poland spring water in the fuel. Make it run longer.
Oh, did you pick up my watch?
Yeah, everything's right on your line.
There's a drug deal.
I was just wondering how long I went.
Would you like something to drink, Noel?
Hey, Brett, are you putting high pressure on these people to buy raffle tickets? Is this a high-pressure sales tactic?
Yeah, dude. It works too, dude.
It works. How many did Karen buy?
She bought 5.
I'll tell you what, if you walk over to my cooler,
Yeah.
where Karen is,
Yeah.
and bring me a drink,
Yep.
I'll buy raffle tickets.
How many?
I haven't decided. It depends how thirsty I am.
Rich Peabody bought 25 of them.
Peabody's a cheapo. Forget about it. Take his tickets and throw the half in the thing away.
No, I can't do that. Because he paid me $15. You can give me 20 for 30 of them.
All right.
Okay?
Refreshing Gatorade. Look at that. How many tickets did she buy?
She bought 5 tickets.
Okay, now if we don't win, you know what happens to you? You get an enema.
What is that?
You're gonna find out.
is Joe Adamusco, and we are happy to report he's having one of the best days ever with the Stuntress. Having a great time. Got his PA61 cranking along. Went through a series of prop changes and settled on the prop he originally came with. When I flew the plane, the only thing seemed like it needed a little, if it was on the nose heavy side, but other than that, it was in good trim. And the lead-outs were a little too far back. You could see both of the wheels.
Wow, you got this tight.
This morning the wind wasn't moving around like this. Now it's kind of like,
This is fun.
you're getting hit from two sides here as they come over those trees. I wanted to try my prop, the one Wayne sent me on Joe's, but that motor has a bigger crankshaft. So once you open up the hole, you own it, you know? You can't go back. Look at the prop that's on the plane. It's really thin. It really is a nice prop.
Yeah.
Is that Peabody in the back? He broke the wing in a plane before.
I don't think that's him.
Yeah, that's him.
Is it?
Whoa, easy, Joe, easy. I have a feeling this circle you get the wind worse than down at the end. Down at the end it's better.
I flew at the end.
Better than here, right?
Yeah, much better.
You're getting hit from all of these houses and trees and everything here, making it crazy.
Yep. I flew both.
And Joe's on short lines too, so it isn't going to get better when he gets long lines on it, you know what I mean? You can only expect it to get worse. He's buffeting around.
So what's he getting this week?
PA61.
Really? So he's going for the expensive,
I don't know how much he paid. I think he paid $500. That must be $460 or something.
for the whole thing.
Yeah, you get a whole package. Yeah. Well, you know, what are you going to, by the time you buy everything individually, you know you're going to need it anyway, unless you're going to make your own pipe. The prop is the biggest part. He had that low pitch prop. That thing was dead. It had no guts. This one is better. Old Flores is going to come up tomorrow. He was flying good last week. In fact, I have his battery and his charger and his starter and his trophy and his plaque and his concourse award and everything in the car. Oh. If he doesn't show up, I'll keep it. Just take his name and scratch it off the list. No, he stayed to the end. He just left all his equipment out on the field.
Jesus. That doesn't like him.
You know that battery that he has, it looks like a fire hydrant? Oh, yeah. It plugs into the glow plug, into the plane, into the wheel clamps and everything. You can't do anything without that. It plugs into the plane, it works.
Does he know you have it?
Oh, he knows I'm going to be here.
Does he know you have it?
No, I guess not.
Maybe he doesn't know.
I just assumed he'd be here today.
Hey, Rob Aronstein testing out the GMA Jett 40 in Strega. First time he's ever flown this plane too. And of course we're trying to make the plane available to anybody that might have some serious, these guys all pull out at 45. This is a fast turning plane. Boy, I wish we had that header. We got to get a header here going. Get that pipe tucked in, baby. I think that'll be a nice little improvement. Anyway, we really have been happy with a couple of the unique things today. We haven't needled the plane all day from the cool air this morning. At about 96 it is now. It's held the needle setting really well. Almost every single flight, it's the pattern in 10 laps. You almost can count 8, 9, 10 and it shuts off. It's been just bulletproof reliable. And this prop has really just been a friendly prop for, there's been some pretty rough conditions here. In fact, Woody Midgley lost his plane a little while ago in some hawky crazy air that went blowing through here. Rob Aronstein, a good test pilot. I always get to fly all of his planes and they're really well trimmed. We have Steve Busso here. We'll try to get him on board later. And this is the whole deal. The more test pilots you can get, the more chance it is somebody will be able to give you some good input, some good data. Joe and I have finally finalized his prop dilemma, gotten rid of the real low pitch one. And we are really in the heat of the day with the heat bearing down on us. Everybody trying to find an excuse to get in the shade. All the smart people anyway, the dummies like Joe and I are still out here flying. We're going to be looking around for some Thunderbolt 4C plugs. Those are the ones that George wanted me to try in here. Now we're over by Bill's Hobby and he doesn't have any. He just has the ordinary Thunderbolts, but we'll find out if that makes, actually, it's been running pretty good just the way it is. We're not too unhappy with it. This is just an ordinary Thunderbolt. Pipe at the original setting, 16 3/4. Developing a new motor pipe tank prop setup, always just time consuming, just like today. You just need to have time. And I would say right now it's about as on track as we can reasonably expect. Tomorrow is going to be the first contest, my first contest with the Jett 50, and tonight we'll have the party by Scotty's. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to stay out here. We're good and roasted up. Holsapple with his Talon in Classic. Memories of the 60s. Jim Coxakie, Dave Durkee. Some of the Jett during the era when stunt ships were supposed to look like jets. One of many, really. Bob Gildini's Stingray type of plane. Holsapple of York, PA. So Rob, let's hear it. Friendly, unfriendly? friendly.
Your handle, surprisingly, we're usually closer to the...
Yeah, when I fly yours, it's almost identical.
Yeah, yours is a little more down at neutral.
Yeah, yeah. But not enough that you can't fly the plane.
No, but what happens to me is I don't think I have a lot of motion, a lot of down motion in my hand.
Oh, so you're real cautious,
I feel like I'm running out of room on the outside turns. So.
Okay.
But yeah, if the handle was more vertical, I would have been a little more, you know. Plus, that was the third flight that I've had since Lincoln Park.
Ah, you wimp. I heard you were out practicing every night.
Un momento.
That's all right.
Score sheet. And that was placed with belly points. And Chuck didn't get belly points on the first flight. When score sheet. That's what he had. No, I'm going to drink the belly. I got a question for you. Nobody's really done that before, and it's kind of neat. I'm planning on doing something different on an airplane. But
intermediate. Ringer. Rick Clark!
Hey!
Put that spear in the ground.
I do have something to add at this point. Al does win the award.
What did he do?
He forgot to avoid the ground on his first flight. And then we gave him an asbestos point. He got the status.
What a guy. You fly much better with it. Congratulations, David. Good job.
Improved his sex life, too.
Yeah, that's all we did. Everybody. In first place, the track star of upstate New York, Jim Damarel.
Hey!
Jimmy, up and down the field. Nice job. Nice job. The knees will never be the same after today. An all-time stud. Let's see who we got for all-time. One of the real nice guys in the whole hobby, Mr. Jack Petroleum.
Hey, Jack!
Second place in all-time stunt, Mr. Al Knight again.
Whoa!
Watch out for the Knight family. And if you need flowers, you know who to call, right? All right. Congratulations, Al.
Thank you.
First place. It's him again. Jim Damarel.
Hey!
Good job, Jimmy. Great flight. Super flight. Outstanding. In Classic, it went down not just to the last flight, but to the last maneuver. It went down to the landing. That's how close the scores were. Third place, don't go far, Jimmy, Jim Damarel. Jimmy!
Hey!
I'm just walking. Good job. Good job.
Great contest.
Second place, gentleman who drove a long way to get here, Mr. Chuck Holtzapfel.
Whoa! Whoa!
Good job. And in first place, another real gentleman in the hobby, Dave Cook. Great.
Whoa!
What a gutsy fight at the end there. Nice job.
Good contest.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have. Scotty, anything to add?
Have a good day.
Yeah, you're welcome to stay and fly for a while if you want to. Other than that, we'll see you tonight at Scotty's. Hope you all come. Oh, that's right. We can do 50-50. JD, you ready?
Not yet.
They're stacking the box now.
Okay, they're stacking the box now.
they're looking for a specific.
They're looking for specific numbers right now.
I'm looking for my number.
Yeah, right.
There's my tickets, Karen. 50-50. Did he jip us again?
Tickets out.
Dunking out of there, the ringer.
Let's go for a flying lesson if they are.
You might want to get anyone that wants to try these things right now.
What is that? They melted.
It's a frozen mass of humanity screaming for salvation.
No peeking.
Yeah, no peeking.
Yeah, we know.
Good. All right, Jack, look closely. 535 227. 535 227.
Hey! You get a free neck brace.
That's close enough.
Very good.
You won here last year. Hey, sing a few notes.
Oh, whoa!
Hey! See what you're doing?
I do too. We'll see what
Let's see if Noel's got the winning PA61 muffling system here. Somebody's got to have a winning system. What do we got? Everybody's over there by the trophies. Oh man, hot. So you didn't have a Hemi head on there. You had a stock head, right?
This is Leonard's motor. I didn't know anything about it.
It's a stock head. Of course, it's going to use a gallon of fuel. Okay, you got a Hemi on there now, right?
No, that's just another gasket.
No good. You got to get a Hemi. Well, we're all loaded up, ready to go, cleaned up. It's like all the flyers are all cleaned up and ready to go to the party. Go to Scotty's. Beautiful. Oh, look at the beautiful scenery. We are right across the street almost from Scott's house. He lives right opposite these farm here. All right, Scotty, I'll go right by your property again.
287 right now.
I always pass it right up anyway. No, it's not here. It's hard to find.
288.
This is the world famous Peggy Ortiz drove in. There, it's down here. Peggy Ortiz drove into there we go.
A ditch.
Into a ditch and flipped the car on its back like a turtle. Smith, 290. All right, I'm ready. So hungry I could eat a tune pipe. Picking a jury. Anybody want to volunteer for jury duty?
Looks like 5 blocks.
Eat healthy. Oh, look at that.
You'll have to
Okay, the Musco limo pulls in. Jake.
Want a drink?
Yeah, I got to get some iced tea. They have iced tea there?
No, look.
All right, I appreciate it. Okay. All right, can I have everybody's attention for a few minutes, please? Two very lucky people who are celebrating their birthday. One is Gary, one is Scott. Take a bow. I don't know where Scott is. I think he's probably in a commode or something. In the cellar, cutting foam wicks. Well, big him up. All right, come on out with the naked women. Where are they? Dun, 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 dun.
What's he got, video on his own birthday?
No, wait, we got to get Scott out here. He's down there. Gary's 62. Scott is, wait, hey, I'm the only one who authorized video in this party. You have a license to shoot video? I'm seeing you about this. Who the hell is Scott? There's his, Scotty, come on out here. Okay, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Scotty and Gary. Look at this head. Day to you. Let's see the head. Yay!
Where's Gary? I
Gary, come on. He only can blow out one.
Yeah, you blow it out. I don't want to burn my hair.
Come on, we need a little speech.
Want me to give you a trim?
Hey, let's hold Gary down and shave him from head to toe.
Won't take long. Ready?
Hey!
Now, Leonard, where's that plane you were going to give me?
Yeah, I'm just trying to cut down my lap times, you know.
So tell me about the aerodynamic head. I mean, like, is this good for stunt? You know, you can...
Keeps you stabilized in a crosswind.
Yeah, there we go. There you go.
You see these guys in the Tour de France, one guy falls off a bike and 30 of them all fall behind. You see the built-in turbulator over here? Yeah, nice ears.
Trim tab.
You know, you give your best 10 years of your life to these guys. You know what they do in return? They buy a cake with 2 candles.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, it's worth it.
Okay.
There was a lie. If you keep going on like this, Rob, one of the most asked questions in all model aviation is, when is Rob going to finish the Mosquito? You have those pictures here? Oh, when you get done eating. You're eating? Let's check them out. And
The question used to be, when will Mike finish his cargo?
That question has been answered. When will we learn how to fly? Don't worry, we have millenniums. How far away, realistically, from finishing it?
Well, if I had any time at all, it would have been done already.
Are you still busy with the job or the car?
The car's done. The car's got 1,000 miles on it already.
So we lose that. Now what, the mansion at home is needing work or what?
Yeah, the tenement. My new tenement.
Tenement?
Yeah, I'm a slumlord now.
All right, hey, I like it. They just set a car on fire in my driveway. The bastards are in jail.
I bought a two-family flat.
Oh, what a mistake. You're going to be sorry.
Next door to my own house.
Oh! You are really going to be sorry.
Well, I figured better me than some
Pollock from Little Ferry, huh? 50-50 is going to be...
Hey, Windy, if I attach
it'll hold them straight. Jeez, you're jiggling everything around like a woman without a girl.
Are you able to email? Can you figure that out, or you have to...
Nah, I can't. All I can do is send me the pictures. This is... What's his first name? I know his last name is Sandberg. Anyway.
Is it Ryan Sandberg?
Ryan, read the letter. This is Mr. Sandberg who completed this mosquito. Give me the other picture, Brett. Look at this. He's got retracts in this. Now look, pay attention here. This is not your average run-of-the-mill mosquito. Retracts that operate via RC, right? But it's a control line plane. Give me the other one here. You can't run a successful business if you don't pay attention when I'm talking. You want to be like me, you got to pay attention. We're going to start selling pizza to make a buck at Scott's Contest.
Absolutely.
Now, do you know what the P on the side of this cockpit stands for? You see that P around the cockpit? It means it was a prototype. You guys don't know anything about the British Air Force.
More trouble than what I hear.
Check this one out. Now this is he's got three-bladed props even, invasion stripes.
That's what I'm sure. He was entertained me for 15 or so years.
If you got put in a grave tomorrow and you had to look back at your life, who's the most entertaining guy you have ever known and rubbed shoulders with? It isn't Iverson in the morning, baby. Look at this.
Doc, have you ever met Wendy's mother?
No.
She's worse than he is.
No kidding. He's got detachable wings. Look at it talking about them.
That's exactly where he gets it from.
What?
Wendy's mom is so funny.
More funnier than that?
Yeah, he is.
By the way, that guy Wayne Triven, weighs 94 ounces. This is 94. Wayne Triven's twin, that Heinkel. What a plane! Holy cow!
This is not really stunt legal.
Who cares? It's a cool plane. Who cares if it's stunt legal? When was the last time they ever tore an engine down and checked it?
He's in the middle of Minnesota.
I mean, who tears down an engine? You grind off the 30 and put 20 on it. You bend the truth a little. Hey, so you're Polish.
That comes right from the motorcycle racing and I'm not sure.
That's right. We used to run a 420 or something in a 350 class.
I was thinking about you watching the drag races.
Does he? Yeah. You know how fast they go in drag racing? Yeah, Bobby Hunt and I used to race together. That's right. Do you know how fast they go in drag racing bikes right now? How much?
Oh my God.
Scott's private sailboat. Where's this plane? We're coming down here to find a plane. Oh, it's got it in the corner. Scotty's PM looks like it's still in tissue. Scotty's bicycle, Scotty's balsa wood, Scotty's foam wings, Scotty the puppy, who knows? It's what used to be Scott's, well, maybe still is Scott's foam wing stuff. Anyway. I'm impressed he has a boat in his cellar. That's pretty cool.
This is my next airplane.
Which plane is this?
This is a CD Mac.
Oh, God. Look at all this balsa wood.
This is a CD Mac. Sheeted foam wings. A pair of Scott Smith's sheeted foam wings.
Scott Smith's
That's been down here for...
It's going to be here
years. No,
1,000 years from now.
I'll build a fuselage for that airplane this year.
Hey, he's got a lot of old kits and stuff up here. A lot of stuff.
I stole the Ringmaster Imperial out of here.
I had a Ringmaster Imperial.
Hey, my next classic.
Look at this bozo up here. Wow. Look at this bozo. This is hard to believe. That's an old picture, too. The Red Baron lives. Who'd have thunk it? Nothing ever changes. It's like 5 years go by, and this could be the '83 tape or something. Wow. Wingman is still buffed out. He buffed that out in my cell as part of it. We did that on video.
After I finish with that wing, this will be my next wing because...
Jeez, what a lot of stuff. This is unbelievable how much stuff there is here. Unbelievable. A lot of foam wings still here.
It's the Pattern Master.
I saw it at PM, yeah. I saw it hiding down there by the washing machine. Unbelievable stuff.
William Hubble's first airplane, I think.
Look at this moon. As we leave Scott's. Full moon. All right, take it out, Bobby. Let's do show and tell here. Come on.
I gotta clean my hands.
Yeah, wipe your hands. Sunday morning, and Rob's going to fly the plane without pain as a weight-saving technique used by the British in World War II. He's not going to bother wrapping the lead-outs because what the hell.
No, he's kidding. I put you in.
Said we could cut that tail off and use it on my next Spitfire. They use Spitfire tails on these things, you know.
2 Super Tiger 60s.
Yeah. Two Jett 50s would be just fine in here.
That exceeds the 72 limit.
Nah, nobody checks. When did they ever tear an engine down and stunt? Walker's probably got a 90 or something. Nobody even knows it. Nobody checks that stuff.
Yeah, I thought I could see through the case on his motor.
Nah, believe me.
Hey, there's the business end.
Yeah, let's do the business end. Look at this. Now, what does that work with? Radio impulses or sound waves or something?
Well, the controller is mounted here.
Okay.
It's the Jomar Auto Reach Rat controller, which has a microphone and a timer. My switch to activate the whole system is a pull pin. Just like that.
Okay, and that sets it in motion?
That sets it in motion. And only sets it in motion if the engines are running. The microphone has to be sensing sound for the wheels to come up. So when the pin is pulled, 6 seconds later the wheels go up if the engines are running. Flies around.
So as you launch the plane, the guy that launches the plane has to pull the pin.
Yeah, or if I'm flying with Glenn, because he would never remember to pull the pin.
You have to hook it to the
I
stooge.
tie it to his shoelace.
Okay, his nose or something.
Whatever.
Or Jake. All right, so 6 seconds later, even if it's on the ground still, the gear come up.
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, that's risky. This is sounding worse and worse as we go on.
Well, I'm thinking.
I don't know.
We got a servo mounted in the back of each cell, activating these pretty generic full lock, positive lock both ways landing gear.
And they use those on RC planes, so they're pretty well bulletproof, I guess.
Made a little double strut.
Yeah, that's almost scale. Like you could put the little scale,
Yeah.
the detailing on it. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get there. I have to leave the side smooth here because the gear doors are just sprung shut. And the gear basically pushes its way out through the doors, and the doors will shut behind the gear.
Oh,
As they go
okay.
up. They're just sprung shut. Try to keep it simple.
Yeah, yeah.
No linkages. Just a couple rubber bands and some little hooks in here.
Right,
There's hooks
right.
on the door, and it just pulls itself.
This is cool how you keep the profile even though the flaps are moving. That's kind of cool. Al Rabe had that on his Sea Hornet too. I mean, similar thing. I don't know.
This is the way Sheik's did it.
Yeah. Well, it worked for him. His flew great.
Yeah. The plane's a little bigger than Sheik's. Sheik's also had this blunt leading edge, and I don't think it probably did anything bad to the airplane. But because I could put some clear, some clear butyrate plastic on there.
Yeah, you can make a little thing out of clear with a point on it. Yeah.
If I have to.
And you got to paint it on cockpit?
Yep. The other big thing was the narrow fuselage.
Yeah, I see they cut the carbon mat on there.
And that really made a heck of a difference though.
Yeah.
It was doped on. Of course, I haven't learned from you yet, and I still use nitrate for all my covering.
Yeah. But we'll find out how that worked.
We'll find out. I used micro balloons and hobby epoxy for the fillets.
Yeah.
Which probably, when they crack, it might be too hard.
Now, how much you project this out to be 65 ounces?
65 to 70 ounces at a best guess at this point in time.
Pretty impressive piece of work.
Light motor package. So.
Yeah, and you can always go to those, well, you got them already, those fancy ABC motors with all the trick parts.
They're turning 11.5 BYOs.
Yeah.
So that's plenty of power.
Yeah, normally the radiators were in this part of the wing.
Right, so that'll be just painted.
You can simulate them, paint them to scale. Yeah. That is definitely a piece of work. Definitely cool. And Scotty cut the wing? How many square inches is the wing, do you know?
650, I believe.
Okay.
It looks bigger, but it's
it's a high aspect, and it's a nice thick airfoil too. I remember this from Sheik's.
And it's got a lot of flap areas, so it's going to be hurting for lifting.
No. A nice big tail too.
Yep.
It should be a killer. I can't wait.
I stretched it in length and in span, but kept the templates the same.
Right, so it's just higher aspect ratio.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Now you doped the carbon fiber on?
Yep. That was real easy to do.
Brodak's going to sell some of this. I have some samples, and I didn't get a chance to do a test yet.
It's the 0.02 ounce.
And you just bury it in dope?
Just bury it in dope.
See, what I'd like to do is put it on with Brodak's, the clear that Brodak sells. Because that's really it's made to attach Razorback to steel. It's how the hell much stickier than that can you get?
Nothing worked.
Ken did a couple of fuselages with the carbon. It looked real good.
I was trying to figure out a linkage to do a wiggly rudder on this, but
thrown it away.
better with you got to have the rudder behind the.
You don't need a wiggly rudder with a twin-engine plane. There's no GP with a twin-engine plane. So maybe you don't even need it.
Right. I was just going to put brass tabs in here, then.
Put brass hinges.
Or a linkage here, whatever way.
This is about a year and a half.
Now, if you made this plane and you had one engine counter-rotating, you'd have none.
That's right.
Get one of Dave Cook's reverse engines.
So they have the
they make reverse
crankshaft.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it runs as good as the normal one though.
But this won't have the same GP effect that one big prop does.
Right.
You won't have, because I had a Tiger Cat and had no GP.
Right.
Didn't even need a rudder.
And can you isolate that as the front of your top?
What?
Well, if it gets real windy, you'll be the master of ceremonies here with this.
That's right. Banjock always gave me a hard time because I've got a Hemi Stufford Fox 35. So that was not right. But it is getting caked up enough now, so.
It's got to get all grungy and then it's okay.
Yeah.
Then you get like extra appearance points or something.
Because he had the airplane strapped.
I would watch it. This isn't going to blow off the table, Rob. I would just be thinking.
Maybe I'll
that's not,
put it back by.
Goodbye 2 years of work, you know.
Well,
No, leave it out. Just don't
out for a little
put it in
while
the thing, yeah.
You know, the thing got...
Nice. It's a real piece of work. Sheiks, you ought to send Sheik some pictures of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd get a kick out of it. First up for practice flight. Noel Drindak, he's got a PA-61 with a muffler. Rear exhaust. A variant of a Steve Busso design. I don't know if this is the big one or a small one, but there's 3 or 4 size versions of this plane. Has a geodetic wing, Bob Hunt wing. Fuselage sides made out of 16th balsa with carbon mat reinforcements. We used this plane as the demo plane up at our stunt forum. And a lot of unique features. I'm sure it has, and I'll ask him later. Ball length, very tricky control systems. One of the things Noel is famous for. Nice motor brake. Noel, of course, writes the column for Pampa. He's a professional engineer, so usually he'll have a good answer for any question you ask him. Straightforward, non-emotional answer. And some of the things he's written about in stunt news have really been interesting, like the offset belt cranks. Things that after you think about them, you wonder, yeah, we should have been doing that all along. Whenever I get stunt news, his is usually one of the first columns. Aside from Dave Midgley, I run over and read.
got the needle set right.
You never have it right, Glenn.
I don't. It helps to have the wind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the wind is starting up already. I can see the things moving in the background.
This way, don't try to do your maneuvers down here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a cooler.
Yeah, it's cooler and it's getting really, the air is getting pretty bumpy. I can see from other guys that are flying. See, but that's what's good is if we run, if today the needle doesn't go out much or in much, I want to know what the range you have is. You know what I mean? Like, you know, on a 60, you got a click in and a click out. We don't know if you got, you know, 1 click, 2 clicks. We'll find out by the end of the day, I hope. Because this is dramatically different than yesterday.
meeting, pilots meeting.
Let me know when you get all your pilots.
What happened, Bob?
I don't know. Needle cutting there, so I just went through the plumbing system.
You like to do this morning of the contest.
Oh yeah.
You should wait between official flights. That makes it even more interesting.
Oh yeah. Exactly. First, see if it was the plumbing system, and then if it was, if it doesn't want to run, then I'll put a plug in. But I checked the back plate, I checked the head, I checked all the
And what
plumbing.
happened? What was it doing?
It started beautiful. Went out to pick up the handle, you know, and
shut off.
Hey, who's that blanket?
Morning and Rumpling Club, premier event of the year. Well, early into the year. And a damn good one it is. Well, thank you very much. I'll pay you later. The most important things, the two porta-johns are down to the lower, downwind.
That's important.
We have extra toilet paper this year if we run short. The pits are well marked, and I think they're pretty good size. Please keep your airplanes and your motor running in there, or close to there.
But not behind there.
And over there. Yeah, please don't run motors back. You make kids riding around and all.
It's also,
we don't need that.
Try to keep the planes and lines kind of hooked on and whatnot. So.
By the way, this is Rob Aronstein. He's one of the CDs. I'm Bill Hummel in the other CD. Twice now. I'm going to be hot and humid today. Please hydrated or you'll be falling over. Then we have to do paperwork. Excuse me?
When you turn off the fan.
Yeah, right.
We're at the end of this tape, and we're going to pick this up on the next reel.